Hello everyone. Okay, so this is just going to be a little quick video. We've had some wonderful news for Henry Cavill. Argylle, which is his film with Matthew Vaughn. It's going to be a globe-trotting spy movie. Almost, again the answer to Henry Cavill as James Bond. We got a bit of that flavour, wonderful flavour with Man from U.N.C.L.E., which was such a joy. And it looks as though we're going to get something in a similar vein here with Argylle. So a nice globe-trotting adventure with Henry Cavill as a suave and sophisticated debonair spy. And it's a good cast on this one as well. I think Sam Jackson's in it, John Cena's in it. We've got Bryce Dallas Howard as well, Dua Lipa as well. It's going to be interesting to see her in this. I wonder if she's going to be almost our Bond girl of the piece. But this is one that's been basically sitting on a shelf because it was a production by Apple, one of their original films originally for their Apple TV streaming service. But it's just been announced in an article by the Hollywood Reporter that the teaming with Universal, they've agreed on a distribution deal with Universal for a global theatrical release, and that's going to be scheduled for the 2nd of February next year. So 2nd of February 2024, Universal is distributing Argylle for a global theatrical release, which is wonderful news because we've just been waiting. We've been waiting for some word on what the update's going to be for Argylle. Is it just going to be released straight on Apple TV? But what a lovely surprise that it's getting a theatrical release. And again, this is Henry Cavill's wheelhouse. He's perfect for this. He was so good in Man from U.N.C.L.E. Again, it's such a I do say tragedy, and I do mean it, that we're not getting any more Superman from him. Devastating, but again, Henry Cavill looks to be in this stage of his career where he's finally taking control of his own destiny. So obviously this is a great first step. Argylle working with Matthew Vaughn, they've worked together in the past on Stardust, so Matthew Vaughn gave Henry Cavill one of his early roles, and now working with him again all these years later with him front and centre as the lead, so we're getting this. It's going to be a joy. And then also next year we've got Henry Cavill re-teaming with Guy Ritchie for the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. So that's going to be another joy to watch. This is what Henry Cavill needs to do. Superman's gone now, but he doesn't need it anymore. He needs to, like I say, keep working with Matthew Vaughn, Guy Ritchie, because these guys are not your typical Hollywood types, and Henry Cavill isn't your typical Hollywood type. That's why they don't like him in Hollywood. So this is Henry Cavill's future here. We've got Argylle, Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, and then he's also they've obviously just finished Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, but Guy Ritchie and Henry Cavill are teaming up again for another action movie, which will be so. Henry Cavill just keeps on winning, and this is the way forward. Doing stuff like this, and then all this time we've got Henry Cavill working on his Warhammer 40k series. So there's just so many good things, and it's nice to see Henry Cavill getting some wins. So it's going to be a really good year next year for Cavill, with Argylle at the beginning of the year in February, and then you've got to imagine Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare will be a summer release. Just guessing. That would be great. So we've got two really exciting projects to look forward to, and obviously there's plans, all subject to the success of Argylle. We might be getting a franchise here, so maybe a trilogy, like an Argylle trilogy, which would be great. And again, Guy Ritchie and Henry Cavill just reconnecting. They were so great together on Man from U.N.C.L.E. I have such high hopes for Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, and now obviously we've got another film that they're working on together. Yeah, there's a lot to be excited about, but it's great to see Henry Cavill you know, getting his chance to shine. Because, as you say, it's been almost like two, you know, a step forward, two steps back. But it's nice to see that it finally looks as though we're getting some groove going, you know? Like you say, that's what it's all about. We've got to accept the fact that his time as Superman has come to an end, even though it's absolutely ridiculous that yeah, you've got the perfect guy, but oh, okay, you think you can do something better, you can find someone better. Okay, that's your mistake to make, Warner Brothers and James Gunn. But Henry Cavill, he's just going to go from strength to strength now. He doesn't need it. But this is the future, working with people like Matthew Vaughn and working with Guy Ritchie. And I hope as well, because obviously working on Mission Impossible Fallout with Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie, hopefully there's something that might follow on from that as well in the future. You know, because obviously a project with Cavill and Christopher McQuarrie, and if they work with Tom Cruise again, that would be something special. But yeah, this was just a quick video to just celebrate the fact that we're getting some positive news and some positive updates for Cavill. You know, he's obviously you know what I'll say, he's free of Warner Brothers and Superman now. He's free of Netflix and The Witcher now, so he can just focus on, you know, controlling his own destiny, and there's a lot to be said for that. But all good things. Anyway, thank you for your indulgence. I'll link the Hollywood Reporter oh, whoopsie daisy, let's have another go. I'll link the Hollywood Reporter article in the description if you want to check it out. But thank you for your indulgence, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, everybody.